How's everybody doing? My name is Mike and we have Miss Barley with us today. So today we're going to be practicing her basic routine. So she is going to be practicing how to heel, sit, place, and we're also going to use these ottomans to just kind of use as an obstacle course for her. That's going to help with getting her to understand, like, never split the lane, you know what I mean? Always stay with me. So if I go on one side of the object, you always follow me to that side of the object. It's going to make things clear for them, and you're just going to confuse them if you have them go around something like that. So it's going to teach her to stay with the owner. And the other thing we're working on with her is her down position. So she just learned that. We're using the very first thing we teach them on the first day is listen to the leash pressure. And that's what we use, in fact, just to get her to lay down. So I'm going to go ahead and start working her, and this is something I instruct the owners to do every day. You get your dog up for 5 to 10 minutes and you practice sit, heel, laying down, place, all those things. And that's how you get a dog who's going to listen, good girl, good girl. See, she laid down on her own. Good girl. That's how you get a dog who's going to listen and be more calm like her. You see, as she sees I'm busy, she just decides to lay down. So I'm going to stop talking. We're going to go ahead and work her. Heel. Heel. So she can't go up to my dog. He's over there on place. She can't go up to him. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Good job, girl. Good girl. Heel. Sit. Down. Good girl. Down. So we don't say stay, we just repeat the command we want them to do. Down. And just remind her what I want. Good girl. Good girl. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Good job, girl. Heel. Place. No. So she came off the place. I tell her no. I correct her. Place. And I put her right back on place. So a lot of what some of my clients have trouble with understanding is timing. So if the dog comes off, I mark it right away by saying no. So she understands there's a punishment coming, which is the leash tug. And then I spin right around and I lead her right back onto place. What hurts this interaction, this exchange, is when the dog gets off a place and it's delayed. Saying no is delayed by a second or two. And then another second or two it takes the owner to kind of get a hang of the leash and get the dog back onto place. Okay, leash awareness is a big thing. If I call the dog, place. If I call the dog to my side, place. If I call her to my side, I immediately reel the leash in. There's no extra slack on the leash. Okay, heel. See how I reel the leash in? Sit. So I reel the leash in a way. Good girl. Good girl. She's waiting for me. I reel the leash in a way that there's no extra slack. So when she hits the end, she's going to sit. You know, so I wouldn't want to call her to my heel and then have the leash like this or fumble with it, right? You have to become proficient with the leash. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Heel. Good girl. Good girl. Sit. Down. Good job, girl. Down. Good girl. Okay, place. Good girl. So now she remembers, see? She remembers from the last time she was just on place and I told her no, correct her, and put her back on place. The formula is no, correction, then direction. And that's how we get the dogs to understand the meaning of no. And now when we say no to her, she's going to pay attention and look at us to see what we want from her because she's used to us guiding her. So again, leash awareness. Okay, heel. Look, guys, I get the leash all wrapped up very quickly. Good girl. I get the leash wrapped up very quickly when she comes to them. So leash awareness, that's a big thing with people who are new to working a leash in the proper way, is that they have trouble. They always have too much slack rather than just the right amount. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Heel. Place. No, place. So she gave me a little pressure there. She resisted a little bit, so I just put a little pressure to lead her onto the spot. So from here, I can also practice a recall where she goes behind my back. And this is actually fun for a more fearful dog who likes to move around, like a fearful dog wants to run away. So by teaching her this, it gives her a chance to get to run around me to my side. Okay. Heel. So when I face her, she comes around behind my back. Sit. Good girl. Down. Down. So a little leash pressure to get her down. So from this position, same thing. I can call her. She's going to come around my body to my side. It's fun for a fearful dog to be able to do that. Okay, heel. So she comes around my body. Sit. And again, leash awareness. Good girl. Good girl. So I don't have a bunch of extra leash out when I'm calling her around me and doing those things. Okay, place. Good girl. Place. And then anytime they're on place, the leash gets laid out in a way that if she tries to run off, I can step on it, or I can grab it quickly so that she cannot have free reign of the house. So every day we do a basic routine like this, and this is how you work with your dog, 5 to 10 minutes, twice a day, and you're going to have a very well-trained dog as long as you have direction and you know how to get the dog to where you want them to be. But each day we make a little bit of progress with the dog. So once you've been doing this, for just a few weeks with the dog, they look like a very trained dog because we're always teaching them some little thing when we're doing that. We're always cleaning something up, like her coming to my heel. I'm making sure she does it in a way where she never passes me, So, and we're also working on the down. Those were like the real specific things we were just working on with her. Also the coming to my heel behind my back. So we're always working on something to have a trajectory for training to always get them better.